explaining to when a classic man is a danger to you. And me too, tatted on my forehead. Go home, go to bed. I dress something we get this way come when the family unit is overrun. When the structure is undone. Some new concoction. Now I walk softly.
Yeah, welcome back to the Franchise Podcast. I'm Joe Arrigo, which means my boy TQ.
Hey, we back in the building, boys and girls. How y'all doing out there?
It's like we never left.
Come on, man. Back better than we ever been.
And then some.
Yeah. Ask somebody if you don't know.
Hey, man, we about to ask about. We're gonna talk about Anthony.
We're
gonna talk about what college football actually did something that's right.
Yes, finally.
We're gonna talk about the big day on Sunday. It's back.
Woo!
Thank God.
Woo! Temperature's hot.
Speaking of hot, did you see the ending of the Aces game last week?
Oh man, instant classic. I have become a certified, bona fide
fanboy,
WNBA fan. The Aces are gonna win the championship. I guarantee it.
Holy shit.
Straight out the bat, man. We getting straight to this.
Hey.
Guarantee it.
I'm gonna look at my camera, Marcelo. Chelsea Gray.
Straight up.
You are the one.
Boss.
The queen.
Come on, man.
Point goddess.
Listen, man. That team is destined right now.
Man, you're not lying.
They playing some hellified ball, and it's not, sometimes it's not pretty. Sometimes you wonder what's happening here. Boy, they ain't got some fortification, man. If they ain't got some kahunas, man.
Cojones.
Boy, listen.
The hell, you go to Mexico more than me.
I love it, man. I love it, man.
Hey, and I'm going to tell you what I loved about that game. And it goes to the last play of regulation. Jackie Young, who I love. Yeah. I think Jackie can ball her ass off, right?
Yes, she can.
She was struggling.
Most improved player of the year, right?
Yes, yeah, most improved player of the year.
Yeah.
She's been struggling with her offense this entire series.
Mm-hmm.
And Becky Hammond dialed up a play with Asia Rubbing, getting Jackie free to get the shot. Hit it, overtime, the rest is history.
Come on, man. And I mean, yo, you cannot discount Sue Bird, bro.
Man, how the hell did she get open like that,
Sue
man?
Bird is an assassin, man. She's an assassin, dog. And it's like, she's so slippery. She knows the court. She knows her spaces so well that she just head and shoulders above the rest when it comes to basketball knowledge. And to be that age and still be that dangerous, it's like when she made that shot, you just kind of knew she was just kind of knew. It's like, oh no.
It was like when Larry Bird got open against the Lakers,
man,
and he missed after Magic hit the hook.
Yeah. And
then he got a slip from Cooper, and then he shot the shot from the corner, and it looked like it was going in and hit off the back of the rim.
Boy, we'd have been crying again.
Man, you ain't lying about that. But we weren't crying. That honestly, the last like maybe minute and a half, I think the Aces outscored them 12-0.
Yeah, man.
And Chelsea hit 2 huge threes from way beyond the arc.
Yes.
And credit Asia Wilson, man. The MVP.
Boy, she having a year, man. The woman is coming to her own. This season is hers. All she got to do is just go out there and take it, man. Couple of more games. Go out there and take it. We're about to win the championship, bro.
I wish we could have a rewind feature and go back like about 3 months ago. With somebody up here wearing a red hat, I ain't gonna say no names, told the guy wearing a gray hat, that Becky Hammond is the best coach in the WNBA, and it's not even close.
My thing was, we hadn't seen anything yet. That was after the first, second, third game, something like that. And you all, like you always do.
Hey,
always want to put somebody, give somebody a gold jacket when they ain't never even wore a hoodie yet.
Hey, she wear a hoodie.
On, man.
She wear a hoodie. We gotta get her a franchise hoodie too.
She's doing her thing. She is absolutely doing her thing. As a shooter, sitting there on the sideline, the difference between this year's scheme and last year's scheme, the difference between the comfortability of the players on the court in the scheme that they're in right now. They having a lot more fun.
Oh yeah.
They're able to exploit their skill, the different skill sets that this set of players had. You couldn't see it a lot of that in that offense from last year.
No, it was old, run down,
yeah,
bogged down.
Like, I think it was handcuffing a lot of those ancillary pieces. That
I ain't gonna say no names, Liz Cambage, but that's who it was.
I mean, but it's not just her. I mean, just Lane Beer's whole philosophy of playing basketball. I just don't think this was the team for it. I think this team is more built for a deep playoff run.
Yeah,
we've been going to the playoffs all these years, and then we just fizzle out at the end because that type of ball just don't work in the playoffs.
But let me point something out to you. Not my fault. I spot greatness before you,
bro. Come on, man. The woman been coaching in San Antonio, man. Give me a break. Hey, she's supposed to be good.
Look, I have a conspiracy theory. You want to hear it?
What's that?
So I believe that in the next. We don't have.
Go ahead. Gotta get this together. Production.
Hey, yeah, X-Files theme or something. Hey, but check it out. Okay, check it out. I think the NBA expands here in Seattle. Mm-hmm. Mark Davis will be the front man or one of the main owners for the NBA team that comes to Vegas. Mm-hmm. And Becky Hammon will be their first coach.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, if there's anybody that would pull that off and make that kind of decision, I would say it would be Mark Davis.
MD's a G like that.
I don't think that's going to happen. I would love it. I don't think it's going to happen, though.
I think they win 2 titles, and it'll be by 2025. How's that? I put a time frame on it.
Put some skin in the game?
Might as well.
What we betting? By LaBellevue?
Yeah, let's do it.
Done.
By 2025.
Joe says...
And I don't ever bet.
That there's going to be a NBA team in Las Vegas
by 2025.
By 2025, coached by Becky Hammon, and they're going to win a championship.
No, I didn't say they're going to win a championship.
What do you mean? Ain't that what you just said?
No, she's going to win 2 with the Aces.
Oh, okay.
And then 2025, when they expand here, she'll be the head coach of the new team in Las Vegas.
All right. Bet good.
All right. We locked in, so nothing we could do about it now.
But this thing ain't over yet.
No, they still got to win.
They are playing Sue Bird and Brianna, and it's not going to be easy.
Hey, man. I'm going to say something that's so wrong right now. You going
What?
Why does Brianna Stewart look like Bill Walton's evil stepdaughter?
Oh, my God. This dude, man.
Like she looked like she chopped wood on Sunday afternoons for fun.
Can't believe this guy.
She does axe throwing contests.
Cannot believe this guy right now. I can't believe you just said that. Can we edit this out?
No.
Edit this section out?
No, we're keeping it in.
No, man. Listen.
I'm just kidding.
You wasn't saying all that when she was busting our ass out here.
Yes, I was. That's what made
she was killing us.
That's what made me think of it.
Bruh.
Hey, but that game 2, her and Asia going back and forth. Yeah. They both hit for 30 and man.
Yeah, man.
That reminded me of some old school NBA stuff.
Absolutely. And the adjustment to just say we're not gonna allow her to do that again. At all. And if she is, you gotta get off too. For real. It's set up for a battle, man, and they're not finished.
No, they're not finished at all. But you know what? I think by the time this airs, the Aces already in the finals.
You think so?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I would love it.
Man.
I would love that. Because here's my thing. I got to be selfish about the situation.
Got to. When aren't you not?
We've been cheated. You understand me? We have been cheated. Me and this man, we're from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And we won 2 championships within the last 3 years.
Yeah.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Right? We didn't get a parade.
Nope.
The Rams got they stinking ass parade.
They showed it.
We don't like them.
Nah.
So the Dodgers
didn't get no
the
parade.
Lakers both won championships during COVID and didn't get a parade. And now people say, oh, it wasn't no fans. It wasn't in the bubble, blah, blah, blah. What they going to say about the Aces? They're not going to say nothing.
Nope.
Because I'm going to be on the strip, drunk.
Acting a fool.
Couple of weeks, baby.
Me too, right with you.
Woo! Can't wait.
So Trish will be the designated driver?
I'm going to have to be. I'm going to be all in a bottle of Belvedere.
No. You can have Belvedere. I'm drinking that 20 grand vodka.
Get it in then, homie.
Apple.
High on the hog.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
You know what else is happening, though?
I know where you're going, and let's go.
Do you know where I'm going?
Let's drive the bus down Russell Road, make a left on Polaris, and pull up to Allegiant Stadium, baby.
Boy, no. No, what we're gonna do is we're gonna drive the bus down 15, and we're gonna put up in Inglewood at Allegiant Stadium South. You understand what I'm saying?
What did you call it? What did you call it on the what did Brandon call it on the Raider Republic?
Oh, the Beach House.
The Beach
Raider
House.
Nation's Beach House.
Yes, I like that.
SoFi Stadium.
I like that.
Yeah, I did a little stint on the Raider Republic this morning. It was cool, man. I had to fill in, you know what I'm saying, for my man Gabe, who was out, a little sick.
Get better.
And, so I stowed away with the Raider Republic, talking about the season, talking about the game. And you know, my biggest thing on that show this morning, what I've been saying the whole while, is everybody's inundated with the AFC West offenses. Right? Everybody's inundated. You got all of these great quarterbacks. You got Russell Wilson, Pat Mahomes, Derek Carr, and you got all these guys, right?
Justin Herbert.
Nobody's talking about these rushers, man.
So we want to talk about some D right now.
Man, listen, it's a whole lot of guys in this division who specialize in putting your quarterback on his ass. We're not going to be scoring a lot of points. Everybody thinks it's just going to be. I don't think it's going to be all of these points that everybody believes. It's not going to be easy to throw the ball when you have Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack.
That's gonna be tough.
It's not gonna be easy to throw the ball when you have Chandler Jones and Max Crosby.
Mad Max.
Chris Jones is still a problem. Chubb is a problem. Like, there are some pass rushers in this division that are gonna cause some attrition in this division, and this division is gonna beat up on each other.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a different approach to that. There are some pass rushers, and I don't disagree with that. You're right. Okay, you're right about that. But some of them offensive lines is not what people think.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. I don't believe that there's going to be that much time in this division for any of these quarterbacks to do what everybody thinks that they're going to do. I mean, Kansas City has a good line,
but there's questions there.
I mean, everybody's in question, don't you think? I mean, some more than others.
Yeah,
but I don't see the Eagles in this division at all. Like, I don't see a dominant offensive line in this division at all compared to the defensive lines that they're going to be lined up against.
I'm going to say something that I've said to you in the past, and it's drawn your ire.
Here we go.
No, look, Khalil Mack is
more music.
One hell of a pass rusher.
Oh, so now you about to, so yeah, finish this, please.
But I think Khalil Mack gets the majority of his sacks either when games are out of reach or against scrubs.
Did you believe this before he went to the Bears? That's the question.
No, I think it really started with the Bears.
I think it
started with the Bears.
Because you hate the Bears because of dumb Green Bay Packers.
No, it has nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. The year he won Defensive Player of the Year,
yeah,
by far the best defensive player.
Yeah.
In the league. It was by far, like, real talk.
Agreed.
But it was almost like once he got the bag and he kind of seen it, it was kind of like, okay, against Seattle, against their weak offensive line, I'm gonna get mine. Or against the Detroit Lions or Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, so you just feel like he decides to play down when
a little bit. Yeah, I do.
Or when
I do. I think he'll have, like, when the lights are on him, he'll have like a play or two. But I've watched him, unlike Aaron Donald, I've only seen one or two people one-on-one with Aaron Donald and do a really, really good job. Can't say shut him down, but do a really good job.
Right.
But I've seen dudes one-on-one with Khalil Mack and stone him and hold him for a game. I've witnessed it twice a year for the most part.
Yeah, but I mean, Khalil Mack hasn't been particularly healthy the last couple of years. So to compare him and Aaron Donald, who's just like a specimen who never gets hurt, nothing wrong with him ever.
Because he swings them helmets left and right.
So, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, I am not looking forward to Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack.
I'm more worried about Bosa than Mack.
But Mack's addition to that D line opens up a lot of things for Bosa, which will in turn open up a lot of things for Mack. And they got some dogs behind them.
Derwin James,
bruh,
my man.
Yo, they can wreak some. The Chargers are working with something. I can't stand the Chargers. under no circle. They still San Diego as far as I'm concerned.
I can't wait till you get in Jonathan Randall's. You guys go back and forth.
Oh,
our Vegas Golden Knights reporter.
Stand them. I wish they would go back to Dago as soon as possible. Why can't the university let them play down there, man? Ain't they building a new stadium?
The stadium was built. Did you see what happened at the stadium this weekend?
No, what?
Bruh, there is no shade at all in the stadium.
What do you mean, no shade?
Zero shade. Like, literally, for a 1 o'clock game, it was 110 on the field.
Are you serious?
People were having heat strokes. They ran out of water and ice.
Just like San Diego, man.
They foobarred it all
you hear
up.
that? Don't that sound like some Clipper type shit? Don't
Yeah.
that sound
Yeah,
like
it do. Yeah.
That's just a San Diego thing. Padres, man, there's something wrong down there. That's just not the place for sports. I think that all of the sports teams in San Diego should pack up and leave, like the Chargers did, because it's just something about the city when it comes down to sports. You guys just can't get it together. You just can't. Have you won anything? Have you won anything? Has San Diego State even won the Mountain West?
Yeah, they've won the Mountain
They
West.
did? Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So got a Mountain West championship in San Diego.
And then basketball
What
too.
about-
Kawhi Leonard and them. They did their thing. San Diego State.
Did they win a national championship?
Not a national. They didn't win.
No, when I'm talking
Hey,
about
we
a
said,
chip, man.
You said Mountain
Where
West
the chips
championship.
at, man? Where the chips? They got a lot of dip.
They down on
ain't
Las
got
Vegas
no
Boulevard,
chips, man.
They down on Las Vegas Boulevard. That's where the chips is at.
That's what I'm saying. So this whole San Diego situation is just. I mean, it's a curse. It's definitely a curse. It's not the Clippers that's cursed. It's the city of San Diego and their sports. I mean, look at the Padres. Look at the Padres.
I'm not going to say anything out of respect for Timmy T, but let's talk about this.
I mean, every time we play San Diego, put the smack on them.
Hey.
I
Yeah.
love it. Los Angeles versus San Diego. I want to see in the annals of sports what the records are for all of the teams together. Think we doubled them up or tripled them up? What do you think?
It may be. Maybe because the Padres sucked for a number of years.
Oh, my God.
The Chargers had like a couple years, and then they went in. Then they came out a couple years, and
Yeah.
And then, after that, like the Clippers were down there for a long time. So that you're already catching L with
Zeros.
that.
You're losing.
So, yeah, LA, but
Hey, this is the thing. This is the thing I love about this game. I'm going to this game Sunday. It's Raider Nation in Las Vegas. A lot of people don't understand. It's more Raider fans in Los Angeles than Las Vegas and Oakland combined.
LA is Raider Nation.
Combined. That is the seat of Raider Nation. I understand this is the home. I understand Oakland is the original home. But when it comes down to where the nucleus, the bulk of the Pirates, come on, man, it's in LA. We about to take over SoFi Stadium.
No,
Just like we've
stop
always
calling it
done.
SoFi Stadium.
All right. We're going to take over the beach house.
There you
It's
go.
the end of the summer. This is our last ride at the beach. We're going to have us a good time this weekend. Bombs away. You gave me a pretty good wide receiver. Thank you.
You know what, man? Why you got to bring up old
He
shit,
was
dog?
hurt.
Man.
Man, I was in Florida. I didn't get the news yet. He gave me the news.
I look at folks.
Call me to tell me.
I got word from somebody that works with Green Bay that said, Joe,
Man.
we're trading Devontae Adams to the Raiders. Mind you, we were dealing with a situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I had just got off the phone with him.
Yep. Oh, I started jumping up and down.
Man.
I was in the lobby of a hotel and folks were looking at me like I was crazy, man.
Bro,
I said, y'all don't understand. You just don't understand. We about to do it.
Literally, I hadn't been that pissed off.
Oh, yeah, you was hurt.
I
You
was.
a sad puppy.
I went to a Golden Knights game that night with Cardasco.
Drank yourself to death?
Bro, we were in Hyde Lounge. They were giving us open bar. Man, I'm telling you. Like,
Give me a prediction for this game, man.
Raiders 24-21.
That's my prediction from the show earlier.
Was it? I wasn't even paying attention.
Sure was.
Oh, shit.
I agree.
But I think it's a late touchdown by the Chargers. I don't think it's a Carlson field goal that win it.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they go into the fourth quarter tied, and it's a defensive struggle for the fourth quarter. Carlson kicks us out of there.
Okay, over under Devontae Adams 125.
125?
Yep.
Under. Got too many weapons. Too many people to throw the ball to.
I say over.
Why?
because I think since they didn't play together in preseason, they're going to make it a point, and it's a primetime type game. They're going to prove a point.
Think so.
And I think Tay is like, look,
he's trying to get here.
I am the best in the game, the best there is, and trying to be the best there ever was. I'm going to put on a show for the Silver and Black and Raider Nation.
My only thing with that is I believe Darren Waller is saying the same thing, and he's been here already.
But here's the thing. Derek Carr likes Devontae Adams more.
All right, well, I mean, we'll see. We're going to see. They're gonna have Rackwall out there matched up with a linebacker. It's gonna be a problem.
Well, Hunter Renfrow got something to say about it too.
Yeah, he does.
You know, he built like me, and he got something to say about it. Like,
no, he's not built.
Well, no, maybe yeah, he don't got the gut.
Nope. Back it up.
Hey, speaking of backing up, college football backed up what they were doing.
Yeah,
because they're like, our playoff with all 4 teams is just not going to work.
Right.
So they added 8 more teams, made it a 12-team playoffs.
I love it. I love it.
They didn't F this up.
Man, for the first time that I can remember, there is something that they didn't F up. Everything else has been F'd up.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't even play the damn football. We ain't even been able to play the damn football game for 10 years, 12 years.
Less than 365 days, it's here.
Man. Jeez, man.
You're going to be mad at me.
Why?
Because I'm going to be so unproductive when that game comes out.
Bro, you better make some damn money then before it come out, boy.
I'm giving you the heads up for like 3 days. You're going to be like, Verb, what are you doing?
Oh, my God. Look, that's what this does, though. I'm not listening to that. What this does is gives us a chance to get some parity. Yeah. Gives us a chance to, like they say, any given Sunday, man, any given Saturday, you never know what a team is going to do on a particular Saturday. And you should get the chance to see the possibilities. So if Georgia believes that they'll beat the stuffings out of Stanford, we should be able to see it.
Well,
it shouldn't just be a talk. We should be able to see it. It's the same thing with Vegas high school football right now. A certain 4A team, I want to see able to play the 5A teams, the big ones.
But they didn't want to play them.
I understand. This situation in college football is now, I think, going to force. A lot of times the West Coast especially, they hate. They feel the just kind of like an inferiority complex, and part of it is, a lot of it is talent and recruiting, but another part of it is playing their games when none of the country can see.
Well, that's changing now with USC going to the Big Ten, UCLA going to the Big Ten.
Exactly.
And then if Notre Dame, Stanford, and Cal or Washington or whomever.
Yeah. This thing shouldn't just be college football is bigger than the South and the Midwest.
Big time.
And
you ain't lying.
The rest of the country should get the chance to see all of it. Like, because we're out here, we get to see all of it.
Yeah.
And they don't because of the time differences and that bias in the fan and in the media. Like, you can't help it because you're asleep when half of the damn country's playing ball.
That's like Larry Scott. Like, he totally screwed the TV deal. Like, I'm going to use UNLV and what's happening this weekend as an example. UNLV plays Cal. It's supposed to be on the Pac-12 network, but it's Pac-12 Bay Area network. So you have to be in the Bay Area to get it. Yeah. And if you don't have the Pac-12 network, you can't get the app, the Pac-12 Now app, and to watch the game. Right. So there is no way for you to watch the game unless you download this thing called Fubo.
Oh my God.
And it's like, no one can watch this game. Like, we were going to have a watch party. We can't go have a watch party because nobody carries it. We don't get Pac-12 Bay Area.
Right.
So the Pac-12 did a hindrance to themselves. That's thank God Larry Scott is gone. And that's one of the main reasons why USC and UCLA are bouncing. In particular, USC, that and the fact that they didn't have their back when the NCAA was, having a witch hunt for them against Reggie Bush.
Right.
But to put 12 teams in the playoffs, this is going to benefit Lincoln Riley so much more.
For sure.
Like, this is like really going to help out the West Coast.
For sure.
And I'll say this too. I think this is the first step into the big conferences leaving and creating one super conference.
Leaving what? The NCAA?
Leaving the NCAA for football and creating one super conference where it's not going to be the Wild West, but it's gonna be NIL. There would be no NIL because they're gonna be able to chip down players because they don't have someone saying they're only amateurs. They can't do this. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be able to have people move free and clear.
You know, I think that there's still enough of those traditionalists that are gonna continue to press the envelope like they're doing now. But I just, for some reason, I don't see a break from the NCAA unless they do it in basketball too. I don't see.
They know how to spread the pie in basketball.
Yeah, and I think that's what this is going to turn to.
You think it's going to be?
You guys already have a system that works in another sport. All right, this sport makes more money than that one. Let's adopt a lot of pieces of those systems, of that system to use in this one. And they should have did that a long time ago.
They should have done it back in the 80s.
Yeah, agreed.
But the problem is the NCAA is reactive and not proactive.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Just think of proactive. What I told you on Friday about proactive.
Bro, you're going to go to hell. You better stop. You know what I'm saying? but no, for real, it's like the popularity of college football, like, it's gone through the roof. The BCS moving into the college football playoff, the TV deal. I mean, just the time of year, it literally takes your brain completely off the pros.
Man,
and this is during the time when the pros are in the thick of it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to tell you right now, and I said this, I believe I was inside the Fertitta Complex on Tuesday when I said it. I couldn't tell you what the NFL schedule is like right now, other than who Green Bay and the Raiders play. Mm-hmm. Because I am solely focused on college football.
Hey, man, that happens in a whole lot of this country. And for that reason alone, like, I feel like this sport has to be treated better. It to me, it's just a slap in the face to everybody to just, like, say, oh, we're going to do a 14 playoff.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. What is that? That's not even, like, what? Who else does a 14 playoff? Like, that's
two
ridiculous.
SEC schools, a Big Ten school, and an at-large.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like, and that's what it's always gonna be. Like, that's set up to always be that. And you're never gonna get any parity, man. People watch this stuff because of the drama that comes with it. And just to see, you know, Alabama and Georgia and LSU fighting each other every year is like,
last year. Do you think last year that Alabama and Georgia maybe should have played in the semis? Because Michigan, I think, was undefeated going into the playoff, and Alabama had that loss.
Yeah.
Do you think they should have been ranked ahead and been able to host the other team in Alabama and Georgia play? Since
I do, but I think that came down to that SEC bias, number one.
Right.
And number two, what was the draw gonna be? What was the story?
Oh, there's no storyline with no Michigan.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you got on the other side of that, you got them two able to go against each other.
Go to Walmart, buy your Dockers. I swear to God, I'm going down the Annie Ager route of, like, just talking head about every freaking college coach. Hey, Annie, sorry, you the homie, but still, like, hey, you got.
Man was coach of the year last year, man. Come on, man.
In a weak ass conference.
I mean, hey,
it should have been Kirby.
Yo, hold on. So let me ask you this question.
Go ahead.
A weak ass conference, right?
Last year it was.
All right. So how many good teams you feel were in that conference?
3.
So how many good teams?
Two and a half. How
many good teams was in the SEC?
A lot.
Who? The two that went to the playoffs, man. Auburn was trash. Who? Texas A&M. Okay, they beat Alabama. Mm-hmm. Then what?
A&M.
Then what? What they do after that? Wet the bed. What? Mississippi State. Ole Miss. Tennessee. Who was so great? Why
Florida
are they so
year. Florida
great?
Was solid.
Florida was okay. What makes them so much better than the Big Ten?
You brought it up when it comes to the AFC West. They beat themselves up.
I get it.
And, like, LSU, Ed kind of got a raw deal, but whatever. You know what I mean?
Come on, man. Ed was down there cutting up.
You got a raw deal. I got 17.1 million.
Ed was down there cutting up, man.
Go
Stop
Tigers.
talking about a raw deal. You got a raw deal, all right.
17.1 million, not to coach.
Sheesh.
But I think, he's a year and a half removed from winning the Natty.
Yeah.
You look at Lane at Ole Miss. Lane is doing a hell of a job there.
What did he do last year?
took over
What did
year
he
one.
win? That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm saying, what did he win? We always say this. Listen, every year, the SEC is going to have 2 to 3 good teams.
Okay.
9 out of 10 times, those 2 to 3 good teams are better than everybody else.
Let me point something out to you. You line up any of those teams against the Big Ten teams, they beat the stuffing off that muffin.
I just said that. I'm talking about the conference itself. I ain't talking about the 3 good teams. Everybody says the conference is so great.
I would take
Michigan would have beat the dog out of Tennessee last year.
And I think Ole Miss would have beat the
South
dog
Carolina.
out of Michigan.
No.
Or LSU.
No.
Florida.
I don't see that. I don't see that. I see a top heavy league, and your best teams in the nation are those 3 in that top heavy league. That doesn't make for the great conference. It just makes for a couple of great teams.
So are you saying there's
sustained in that conference?
You saying there's like 12 good teams in all of college football? Like elite teams? Like 3 from the 4 conferences? Or maybe 15?
Yeah.
And then the rest are just or dog doo-doo.
Maybe. The rest are just maybes.
They
might jump in. Somebody might jump in there every couple of recruiting cycles.
See, I look at the Big Ten, right? And I see Michigan, Ohio State, and actually Wisconsin as the big dogs in that division. Then you got Penn State that is right there.
Michigan State.
Now that Jacoby's there.
Yeah, I'm saying.
They're up and down.
Michigan's up and down.
That's my point.
That's my point.
So
the only people that are not up and down is Alabama.
And Georgia.
I mean, for the last couple of years, Georgia's been in there, but that doesn't. Alabama and Georgia, or that alternate year when it's Alabama and LSU, or the alternate year when it's Alabama and Auburn, that doesn't make for a great conference. It makes for a couple of good teams at the top that sustain winning. Alabama sustains winning, but to try to take Alabama's credit and give that credit to the SEC, come on, man, stop. Auburn trash, Florida okay, Tennessee trash, South Carolina trash.
That PSA about the SEC is brought to you by
trash.
TQ. Those are TQ's views, not the versions of franchise
man.
media. Those
Man.
associated with franchise media or as sponsors.
Trash, man. Man. Oregon State, yeah. All right, I get it. You Stanford down there, soft out there. I ain't playing nobody. Yeah. What's the difference between that and Vanderbilt?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Look at every school got that the one school in the conference that's there just for academic prestige.
I get it.
Pac-12, Stanford, SEC, Vanderbilt, Big Ten, Northwestern.
I'm just saying, as a conference, I get it.
Big 12, nobody.
No.
Sorry.
I get it, but it's like I don't see the conference as such head and shoulders above everybody else from team to team. Alabama, head and shoulders above everybody else. LSU over the last however so many years, like they've been able to get in there and do their thing. Right? Georgia, last couple of years, they've been able to get in there and do their thing. Buck stops there, man. Buck stops there. That's it.
No doubt. All right. You meant point taken. I'm going to give you that one.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Give you that one. Speaking of points. Man, oh man, I think I found me my favorite player now.
Yo, man, you get a new favorite player every week, man.
No.
Week 4 or 5. What are you talking about? Favorite player.
I didn't realize how young he was. And I didn't realize he did something that I loved. And that's Anthony on Manchester United.
What'd he do?
Okay, he scored his goal, right?
Yep.
He ran over like dusting off the shield
and
then kissed it. Mwah, and gave it to the fans.
Yeah.
He's a guy that want to be there.
Yeah.
He's a guy that really wants to put it on his back. And he got that dog in him, and he's skilled.
Oh, yeah, he's a hell of a player now.
They beat Arsenal, who was undefeated. #1 team in the Premier League.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of stuff they supposed to be doing. When I started watching them, they did this all the time. This is the first fixture I ever watched. Manchester United versus Arsenal. It was the first game I ever went to. Manchester United versus Arsenal. Yeah, in London at Arsenal Stadium. And, oh, they were so rude. Oh, you talking about some rude people. Yeah, Arsenal fans.
Hey, but Jesus is the real deal for them.
Yeah, he's the man. Jesus, he's the man. He's been the man for a while. I just believe that I'm gonna temper down my praise for the coach because he's gotta sustain this. But I just think that he's found his system and he's found the type of players that he wants to play in it. The guys that he brought in play very well in his particular system. They're willing to sacrifice. This system takes sacrifice. We talked about this already.
Yeah.
Everybody has to do more than what you would probably be doing at another club.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a total buy-in. And this team doesn't necessarily have to buy in because he brought in so many of his kinds of guys. That's the way they're going to play anyway. Well, so if you want the ball, Rashford, if you want the ball.
Rashford, that's another one, man. He made you one too.
If you want the ball, you're going to have to run.
Hey, but let me put something out, though. He did something and he did two things in this game. One I thought was really positive. The other was I was like, eh. I'll start with the eh. He put Maguire in the game. I didn't like that. Ship his ass out of there, Ten Hag. Let's get him out. Give him the boot. Give the bloke the boot. Okay, put him in. What do you call the trunk back there?
In the boot. Yeah.
Put him in the boot. Give him the boot. Put him in the boot. Drive him over the bridge and ship him. I don't care where. Okay, but the other thing is this: when he put in Ronaldo, that forced Arsenal to do some things differently, which I think in that game opened up the field for Rashford's goal, and then for the second goal, and then the goal after that to make it give it them 3-1 win to ice it.
Well, Ronaldo brings so much with just his presence.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you out there with the GOAT. It's like Michael Jordan showing up towards the end of his career, like when he's won 6 already, won 5 already, right?
The Wizards, Jordan.
Or even that last year of the Bulls. You've seen him do so much. It's just kind of like you take a step back. It's like, uh-oh, look who's out here. And that gets into your head, man. And that's part of why I really didn't want to see him go. I think that he'll be valuable to this team this season once he completely buys in. And I think now that the transfer window is shut and he knows he's pretty much stuck at least to the winter. I don't think there's a team that he would want to go to that could put him in that would want to put him in a situation better than this one right now. Like he just carries too much money and too much cachet with him. But at the end of the day, that's still the best player ever put on shoes to me.
You don't think having Casemiro and Antony and Martinez and bringing those guys in like really showed him, like especially Casemiro and Antony, because I know like he's cool with them.
Yeah.
You know, to have those guys like, man, like, okay, I got a couple of my guys here. They bought in. They want to, like, you know what, maybe let me just try this because, you know, if we turn this thing around, I'm a part of something. I've been here in its glory years, not to be a part of the foundation of returning to those glory years.
Yeah. I mean, I think he can see that I think he can see what the manager is trying to do. Right. But at the same time, being his age, he knows he's only got a couple of years left.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He wants more Champions League championships. He wants the chance to be on the big stage as much as he possibly can. And he's going to be in the Europa League, man. I don't even think he's ever played in the Europa League this year. And he probably feels like it's beneath him. That's one side of it. But on the other side, the football side of it, when you're that age, you want to preserve yourself and your body.
Right.
And if I could give you an analogy, he's expected to be what Kobe was in Mark D'Antoni's offense.
Don't bring them horror years back.
Exactly. At that
hurts
age,
my soul.
right? At that age, man, it's asking a bit much. And if you put him out there and lighten the load, then the flow of the team, you're not going to be playing winning football. So he's got a delicate balancing act. He's got to use them a bit more than he's using them now. But he's got to make sure that it flows within the team and he doesn't get the player hurt.
Well, I like the moves he's made thus far. It seems like ever since they had their horrible loss.
Yeah. First 2 weeks was trash.
Yeah, they came out and the Liverpool game was the tone setter.
Yes.
And then now they've won 4 straight.
Yes.
Heading into the weekend. I'm watching the style of play and watching the lanes open up as we discussed over lunch the one day.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, and then Rashford's goal was a thing of beauty.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He looked like
Bruno had a hell of a pass, and Eriksen to Bruno, that's the key. Yeah.
That was where I was going next. Manchester United, when I started watching them, everything played through the midfield. They had a midfield of Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, and that partnership is what's been lacking. United has brought in a lot of dynamic players up front over the last 10 years, but the service to those players really lacked. And then the teeth of our defense, the center backs who camp out in front of the goalkeeper, that was another weakness. So the middle of the pitch for United was just a counterattack waiting to happen, right? We headed one way, somebody used our momentum against us, make a mistake, lose the ball, they headed back to score. A lot of that stuff's been shored up, man. A lot of that stuff has been shored up. That back four that we have right now, they active.
Hella.
They gonna have
Marshall?
Active. Yeah, that's Malacia.
Malacia, that's his name. Yeah, Malacia Martinez.
Right. Them dudes, like that was a hell of a just kind of uprooted that whole Harry Maguire stuck in the mud. It's just he's just a step slow, man.
Can we make a rule now? Can we make a rule on this show? Like, we don't have too many rules. I don't think we have any rules. I'm instituting a rule.
What's that?
We can no longer talk about Harry Maguire on this show whatsoever, other than he's gotten the hell out of Manchester United, unless he's benched.
Look, man, Harry ain't a terrible player.
He is for Man U.
He's a player that's good at what he does, and he's not
in the
adaptable. This is not his kind of system. This system is set up for Rafael Varane. That's why he's in that position.
I love Varane too, man.
Martinez, man, like it's like that, and bringing Christian Eriksen into this team on a free. They didn't even pay nothing to get this man. This man is a maestro. He just knows every zone. He knows every single piece of that pitch and where each one of those players is supposed to be. And a partnership between him and Bruno Fernandes, it allows Bruno to be the Bruno that he came to Manchester United.
Credit Bruno for taking a different role than what he's normally had there, though.
But this is the thing. This is the role he should be in.
Right, but he wasn't in it, and he was successful in that.
Right.
But now he's in a role he should be in.
Right.
Credit him for accepting that role and making it, albeit his stats may take a dip, but the team wins, and I think that's indicative of his and Eriksen's play.
I think his stats are about to go through the roof.
Really?
I think his stats are about to go through the roof.
Oh, wow.
Because he's got the armband now. He's the captain.
They took it off Maguire?
Yes.
When
Bruno
did they do
the
that?
Captain. A couple of weeks ago when Maguire hit the bench.
So you're on the bench, you don't get to be captain.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
So Bruno should have been the captain for a while.
Every time you mention Harry Maguire's name going forward, there's a fine. There's a fine. I'm holding you accountable. We talk about accountability. Harry Maguire's name after this show going forward, we are fined.
I'll tell you what I can't believe. I'll tell you something that's extremely shocking to me.
What's that?
That we are literally like ending the franchise podcast on European football. And we do it a lot. We talk about Manchester United, my beloved Manchester United, a lot on my podcast show. Do you know how many times I've been sitting around with my homeboys going crazy because the soccer game is on and they don't have a clue why I'm watching that? Like, bro, what are you up this early watching this for? And like, to even start trying to explain it, it ain't even. It's like, man, whatever. Just leave me alone. I'll put my headphones on if you want. But you, my friend, been digging into it, huh?
Big time. I'm actually becoming I've always liked them. Like we talked about it. Like, okay, I liked Beckham and and I liked, the whole team in general, like back in the day when they were winning games.
Yeah.
Or matches. But now it's like, now that I'm really getting into it and I'm trying to study the little intricacies and I'm like,
and I tell people overseas, man, we can watch way more of their sport than they can. It's so difficult to like get all of the games when you're in the UK. It's a trip. When I go over there, it's so hard. I got to go somewhere to watch the United game. Whereas here, every game is televised.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I get pissed when Peacock doesn't have them on. Like I go on the Peacock. I'm like, what the hell? Why can't I watch them, Peacock? And then it's like, oh, they're on USA. Let me go and watch USA.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's growing here, and they doing a lot of like those AM like fan zone mornings or whatever.
Yeah,
like
Sundays.
Yeah, man, it goes in.
But see, now that football's back, it's gonna be delicate.
Nah, it ain't delicate. You gotta, because a lot of times I'm up like that. I don't get to watch the pregame shows for football because I'm normally watching soccer at the time, and like people be up, man. They be up and they be out there. Like it was a time last year. I think they did the Coliseum last year. I couldn't believe how many people were out there for that game. It's crazy. So it's the number one sport in the world. And I like to see the fact that it's growing in America. I like to see the fact that my dog over here, my brother, is digging into it.
I want to wear my jersey.
A person no, you can't wear that jersey.
If no one sees the back, why can't they?
You can't wear the jersey. You can't wear the jersey. We got a couple of jerseys with the teams that we cover and the teams that we like. We just can't wear them no more because they've done things that just ain't been right. You understand what I'm saying? And that's one of them. So we'll have to get you another one. You'll be all right. Get you an Anthony jersey.
Anthony. I still say though,
be there for a while.
I think the funny one, if anybody gets it, is Sancho. If you're Spanish, you know what that means.
Kudos to him too, man. It's like he had kind of a late bloomer, late start, but I think this system suits him well too.
Well, the game during the week last week, he had the only goal.
Yeah,
that was 2 goals in back.
And he's a good player, man. When he was playing for Dortmund, like he should have come to United a year, 2 years before he did. Yeah, because man, he was lighting it up in Germany. But he's an English kid, hell of a player, hell of an athlete, and I think that this, like I say, this coach, this system is. It's got a lot of these guys comfortable, and at the same time, you got those other players like Maguire and Luke Shaw, a couple of other ones, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, where this thing just doesn't fit their skill set. So probably gonna be riding that pine, probably gonna have them splinters in your booty home. Why?
Bringing up that name again, my friend. You only got 30 seconds to bring that bad boy up, and we getting fined.
Come on, man. Lay off Harry, man. Harry was a good signing when he came, but it's run its course. Enough is enough.
A good signing when he came.
Yeah, man. It was a good signing when he came. We was happy to get Maguire. But things changed, man. He just went doo-doo brown.
Malcolm Glazer, make the check out to Terrence Quaidis, Las Vegas, Nevada. And on that note, we're getting up out of here. It is the Franchise Podcast on Franchise Sports Media with Joe and TQ.
Yes, sir.
And check us out every week. Coming at you. Making sure...
all the platforms.
The website, Buzzsprout. You go subscribe to the YouTube page, damn it.
Please. We on Apple Music. We on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Pandora,
IG.
Whatever you like. Go holler at your boys.
Original gorilla.